Hello! So now that you've learned all about ladybugs, you're gonna get to make one. How fun. Okay, so what you're gonna need to make your own ladybug is you're gonna need 3 paper plates, whatever size or color, because you're gonna get to paint them, a stapler or glue or tape. You're gonna need orange or red paint. Ladybugs are orange and red, or, so you could pick. I'm gonna use both. You can use a paintbrush or your hands, whichever one you feel like, a black Sharpie or black paint, and scissors. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna paint your paper plates. So you're gonna paint one paper plate red or orange, and then the other 2, you're gonna be painting black. But the second black paper plate that you're gonna paint, that's a lot of piece. Okay, the inner circle is going to be black. So instead of the whole paper plate. So we're just gonna do it. Okay, so we're gonna paint this one, orange/red. We're just gonna go for it. This is the part where in the video where it's supposed to like start speeding up and like going through it very like artsy like, you know. It's gonna take a while. I'm gonna just come back later. Okay, so we're almost done. I'm gonna add some finishing touches while we're chatting. So first of all, it turns out, okay, this isn't coming out. First of all, it turns out that I am a messy painter. I have only painted this paper plate and I'm like I don't know if you can see that, but I just splattered red paint everywhere. Also, I don't know why I'm adding red to this. I probably shouldn't have, but you know, we're just gonna work with it. I spilled. We're gonna have to edit this video. Ladybugs are scary and mean and dangerous. They bite you. I learned this the other day. I was just sitting outside chatting with some pals online, of course, because, you know, social distancing. Why did I add that much more to paint? Anyways, and a ladybug, like this cute little bitty ladybug, landed on me, and I was like, oh, that's so cute. So I started like taking its picture and whatnot. Then I felt it stinging. Like my leg started stinging because it landed on my leg, and sorry, a bug flew. It started stinging, and I was like, what the heck? And so I like hit it off or whatever. Don't worry, it was not harmed. And I was like, did it just bite me? And so I looked it up. Turns out ladybugs do bite, and not only do they bite, they're also like just vicious. Like they eat their own. You should have read this already, but like just to reiterate in case you didn't read, they like eat their own siblings if they get that hungry. Like, isn't that terrifying? Like, ugh. That kind of goes back to Hannah's question in the Marco Polo, if y'all are all following that Marco Polo, of like, would you allow your friends to eat you if you died and they had no other way of surviving? Well, it turns out ladybugs already answered that question, and they'll eat them even if they're still alive. So they're pretty savage and scary, and basically I'm terrified of them now, and you should too. Okay, so this paper plate is done. I'm just gonna let it dry. I'm gonna set it off to the side to dry a little bit. We're gonna move on. Okay, so while you're waiting for your red plate to dry, you're gonna have to clean off your paintbrush so you can paint your black plates. So for this, you're gonna have to go to your nearest pond or lake and wash it off. Here you'll see. Yeah, get it nice and good. Okay, maybe use a nice rock to help it out. Okay. Looks clean enough to me. Let's keep going. Next, you're going to paint your 2 plates black. So first, I'm going to do this small circle first. So basically you just put it on there and just paint this inner circle. I'll show you when I'm done. If you paint a little more, it's okay. You can just cut it out because you're gonna cut it anyways. So like, I'm not really being that careful. I'm just kind of going for it, you know. This also works with a Sharpie. or just finger painting, because that's kind of fun. Okay, so this is all I'm doing for this one. And then the next one, oh, by the way, on this one you can paint the front or the back, it doesn't matter. This one you're going to paint the back side, and all of it is going to be painted black. So, just like the red. Okay. We're just gonna, yep, this is a good time. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna restart it a little bit. Okay, so now we're done, and we have painted all three things. The little black plate, the big black plate, and the red plate. So now we're just gonna sit and let them dry. Okay, so now that your plates are dry, you're gonna cut them. So we're gonna start with the black plates. You're gonna start with the small circle. You're just going to cut out the ring. Doesn't matter how good it looks, honestly. This is gonna be the head of the ladybug. Like, I can't see the ring anymore, so I'm just kind of going for it. And hoping that it looks like a circle. So it's okay. I'm sure ladybugs' heads aren't perfectly symmetrical. So here is the small circle, and you are going to staple glue. We can do it on front. Staple glue, or however you're planning on making this stick. You're just going to do that. Actually, I'm going to put it on the inside. So now, come to think of it, I probably should have painted the entire ladybug black, but it's okay, we'll recover. So now you're going to take, it's still a little wet, it's okay. You're going to take this, your red or orange plate, where is it? Anyways, and you're going to cut it straight down the middle. It doesn't matter whichever way, because it's just a circle. Okay, I'm just going to cut it. Okay, so now by this point you should have 2 red or orange halves and a black body of a ladybug. Now you either can use a hole punch, but I couldn't find a hole punch, so I'm just using scissors. And you are going to poke a hole right in the middle of its head slash back. I don't really know how you describe what that is. I'm gonna try not to stab myself. I don't really know how to do this. It's fine, it's gonna work. Ah, it worked. Okay, so you stab a little hole right there. I don't know if you could see it, but it's there. And then you're gonna do the same thing with the red ones. You're just going to put them together on one end. Here, I'll show you the red. You're going to put them together like this, overlapping a little bit, and then you're gonna poke a hole through that. Yes, again, we're gonna try not to stab ourselves. It's a little trickier. You know, I might have to do one at a time. Probably should have thought this through. Okay, so that one has a hole. And now this one has a hole. Okay, so those two are going to overlap like this and go right on top of the black body. Oh, I forgot to mention this in the supplies earlier. You're going to need a, I don't know what this is called. I think it's a brad. It like has the little split thingy right there. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna keep them together and stick this through all of the holes. So you're gonna be combining the 2 red flaps and the black body. So it should look kind of like this. Once you've done that, the brad sticking on both sides, and then you're going to flatten these. You're gonna split them too and flatten them. So now you have a spotless ladybug that can flap its wings. So now what you can do is you can use your Sharpie or black paint and just color little dots on them. If you want to put them in a design, you can, or you can just put some dots wherever. So like, I'm just gonna kind of go for it. These aren't gonna be good circles. They're not gonna be colored in all the way because this Sharpie's kind of running out of ink. Yeah. Okay, so now that you have finished your ladybug, it should look something like this. The wings should be able to like flap and whatnot. So you can just hang this up in your room, you can play with it, just whatever you want to do with it. But we would love to see how your ladybug turned out. So we will be putting a discussion on Canvas, and so you can reply to that with a picture of your ladybug, because I want to see the changes you made and just how yours looks. So we love you so much, and I'm so glad that we get to do FYC with you even online. So we love you. Bye.